it's Eden and welcome back to my channel.
A quick little disclaimer I did want to say is that I am not trying to brag in any way, shape, or form, but I have just gotten lots of Instagram DMs and questions asking how to make your room cuter, and that's the whole purpose of this video. I am not trying to brag, and I want to make that very, very clear. I also wanted to say that my room is by no means perfect, and I am constantly changing things up, and that these are just the tips that I have accumulated over the years while decorating my space and thought that you guys could benefit from the most. I also want to say that I am not a professional. I've never studied interior design. I have done research, I've gathered and have experience, but I'm not a professional. Also, I want to say a big thank you to all those who have complimented my room, and without further ado, let's just get right back to the normal video.
Today we are going to be doing a very exciting video, and one that I've been looking forward to filming for such a long time. I've gotten so many questions about how to make your room aesthetically pleasing, and that's something that I feel like a lot of people struggle with. And so I accumulated a list of steps and things that I thought of and all that fun fabulous stuff that would help you guys most for creating your own space. Another thing I want to point out is that yes, Pinterest is great, Pinterest is amazing, and they're so pretty, but in the big picture, not everybody has a Pinterest room. Not everybody has great lighting. Not everybody has this beautiful space. And so really it's just creating the space that you are happiest in. And that's the biggest thing I can tell anyone, is that just create a space that makes you happy. As long as it makes you happy and you love living in it, then that's truly what matters most. Besides all that, if you do want your room looking a little bit more cute, stay tuned and let's just get right on and started. Okay, so I accumulated a bunch of steps and tips that I thought was the best to have an aesthetic room. Like I said in the intro, the main thing, the number one thing I can tell you is find what makes you happy and just general inspiration. For me, this is heading over to Instagram or Pinterest and finding and creating a board or creating a folder of saved posts or pins or whatever you want to call it, of things that make you the happiest. What do you like? That is the first question I ask anybody. What is your aesthetic? What do you want? What is the feel you're going for? Because if you don't have that, then I mean, it's really hard to help you past there. So that is the first step, is to head over to your favorite platform of finding ideas or inspiration and look for that inspiration or general ideas. I'll have a few of the inspiration pictures that I found when trying to create this space floating around the screen or popping up right now. So really just accumulate that general basis of what you like. That is the first step to any decorating, is find what you like or find what you want to go for. Step number 2, this is also kind of connecting back to step number 1, is find what feel or general aesthetic you're gonna go for. So after you accumulated a bunch of stuff that you like or you generally just find pleasant or appealing to that, then decide what aesthetic or what label you want to go for. On Pinterest, there's more ideas, and also look at the description, because there are a lot of descriptions that you might not even know. Like for me, I love the farmhouse feel, I love the bohemian feel, I like lots of different feels. And so that's why my room is kind of like little pieces of everything that I like, just all in one. So really just base this off of your inspo pics and come up with what you want to call it. So for me, down here on my phone, I have a rustic, cozy, boho, minimal plant mom feel. Hey! That is like the weirdest sentence combination of things all in one, but that's kind of what is going on here. Alright, so the third step I came up with is come up with a color scheme. It's keeping some consistency or cohesiveness throughout the entire room or space makes it a lot more appealing to the eye. Like for me, if you look behind me, you can see I have lots of beiges, lots of whites, lots of blacks, and lots of like dark industrial things. And then I also have some flashes of gold, and I also have greenery throughout my entire room because I love the color green. So another suggestion that I recommend to people is Find what you kind of need in your life. So because I work in my room as an online student, I need some peacefulness to ease the stress of school. And so blue is a peaceful color, and so I painted my room blue. Blue is relaxing, peaceful, calming, all that good stuff. And if I keep looking down at my phone, it's because I wrote down notes on my phone. So that's what that is. Another big thing is use colors you won't get sick of. So when I first moved into this room when I was, I think, was it in 2016, guys. That's a long time ago. But in 2016, when I moved into this room, I was in my colorful phase, aesthetic, and so I had a bunch of colors in this room, and obviously I changed things up. Like I said in my room tour, my room is never done. I'm constantly switching and changing things up. For me at least, that's totally okay. So use colors you won't get sick of, because I got sick of all my bright pinks and bright blue, and I got sick of it. So I got new decor in here, as you can see. I accumulated it and got that. Big color tip is neutral. Neutral colors are so wonderful, because if you have like a white comforter, then you can just switch up the cheaper pillows, get more colors in like the throws and pillows and little accents that don't cost as much as bedding, because bedding is expensive. Let me tell you, you'll be spending your cha-ching if you switch up your aesthetic a lot. The last thing with color, accent colors or pops need to be consistent, okay? If you just have 1,000 or a bajillion different colors in your room, I'm thinking of Phoebe from Friends when she counted the different colors in her room.
And I invite all of you to count the colors in your bedroom.
Oh my gosh, guys. It's a lot of colors. So try to keep a general feel for colors throughout your room. My 3 main colors are white, beige, and gray. Then I have wood accents all throughout my room. I have gold accents all throughout my room. And I have a lot of black or dark brown accents throughout my room. Like step number 4 or tip number 4 is keep it consistent. That's the main thing for an aesthetic, is you have to kind of keep things consistent. Keep a general feel throughout the entire room. Like I said, come up with that aesthetic that you want to go for, because that's going to help you the most, is keeping things consistent helps building an aesthetic. So if you build your own personal aesthetic, you'll love it so much more than just going off of something on Pinterest. And so whatever your aesthetic is, you just have to kind of keep it throughout the entire space. Have a same amount of every single aesthetic in every part of your room. Like I said in my last video, I have 4 main parts of my room: my desk space, my TV bookshelf space, my bed space, and then my instrument corner. I have a general balance of the different aesthetics. So I have the boho with the little flowers and the dream catchers. I have the fairy lights to add some cozy. I have lots of minimal, like just white furniture. I have the woods in each corner, and all of those things are all balanced out to keep things a good balance. Step number 5 is keep main furniture cohesive. They don't have to be all matchy-matchy, but they should at least go together. If you saw my room tour, you know that I have all of my furniture white, at least mainly white. So I have lots of things from IKEA, because IKEA is awesome and cheap and lovely. And I kind of just decided, you know what, I have white trim in my room, I'm gonna make everything white in here as far as big furniture. Step number 6 is to personalize it. All your room needs to be you. Make it feel like it's, hey, this is your name's room. One ways you can do this is add different photos of you, your friends, memories, things that bring back memories. A great way to do this is, if you like displaying photos in your room, make a Polaroid wall or a little collage wall or an art wall, things that are you. Step number 7, okay, add life to your room, or at least kind of fake life. So adding plants make your room so much more inviting and happy and lively, and I love plants. Plants are great. Okay, step number 8 is to make yourself happy in your room. So if you're at a point in decorating your room and you're like, this is still not me, I do not like this room, find out what you don't like about your room and change it. Don't make yourself suffer through unhappiness, because you want to be happy in your room. That's the only way I can really find a way to describe it and stress it enough is you don't want to be unhappy. Make yourself happy. Find out what's making you unhappy and change it so it makes you happy. Yeah, okay. Okay, and then those are the main steps that I found when I reflected upon what my thought process was throughout.
Okay, everyone, I do not know what happened to the video that I recorded on my camera. It just kept glitching, and I didn't want to take the chance of it actually being glitchy when I uploaded it. So I'm just gonna do this kind of podcasty voiceover style. Okay, after I went through and reflected on everything that I did while making spaces, I also came up with some general tips that I found just make your room look better almost instantly, or if you apply it to your lifestyle. So number one is to keep it clean and tidy. I mean, no one really likes a messy room, but it also makes your room look nicer, and people tend to think of it as messy and not as appealing to the eye. Okay, number two is to keep it organized. This kind of goes back to keep it clean and tidy. Is you want things to look like it was put there on purpose and you have a system to everything, because if it's not organized, then again, it just kind of looks messy and people don't really like that. Number three is to not have too much clutter. I know it's a whole aesthetic to have like a kind of cute clutter. Obviously, if that's your thing, go for it, but just don't have it look like messy clutter. Just have it kind of cute clutter. Number four is to dust frequently. I'm pretty bad at this one, but I try to dust as often as I can. It just keeps things looking clean and tidy. All goes back to that clean and tidiness. And back to the add life, or at least fake life step, is to water those little plant children. You don't want to kill them. I know my English ivy is looking pretty rough right now, but water those plant children. You don't want them to die, but you want to keep them growing and thriving and living their best life. Okay, number 6 is to refresh your room often. By this, I mean to evaluate if it still makes you the most happy, or if you're longing to make some changes. And if you are longing to make some changes, actually find ways to do it. Also, you don't need to spend $1 million or bajillion dollars on making your room cute. You can do things over time. You can do DIYs. You can keep things neutral and only switch up a few things. And just, again, take it step by step and slowly make your room your dream room. And number 8 is a cute little thing, is to add little fairy lights. They always make things look cuter and more put together. And so I found mine at Target, but they're pretty much at any home decor store, and they usually range between $5 and $15. My camera just died, and so I just wanted to finish saying what I was saying, and so I'm filming on my iPhone right now. So sorry if my quality is not as good as my DSLR camera, but what I was gonna say is just find what works best for you. And really, if this is what has worked best for me in the past and while I've decorated spaces, and this is how I've made people that I decorate for the most happiest overall. Alright guys, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this helped you in some way, shape, or form. And if it did, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. And also check out my other social medias, because I'm pretty active on all of them, and it'd be really cool if you guys could go and chat with me over on there. I think that's all I have for this video today, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!
Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you were meant for me. I'm madly in love with you. Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you were